Welcome back to another very exciting,
super exciting
episode of The Catch Up. With your original hosts, myself, Alex,
and myself, Matthew.
We're so happy to be back on the podcast.
Yes,
talking to each other, talking to you guys.
We missed a week.
We did miss a week because last Friday I had the pleasure of going to a Paleo Thanksgiving with my roommate Neil and his family. For those of you who don't know, Paleo is like they call it a lifestyle.
A lifestyle. If you've listened to the cast before, it is not a diet. It's only a lifestyle.
But you can think of it as a diet. It's just eating restrictions basically. But we went to a full-on Thanksgiving Paleo style Thanksgiving, so there was no added sugars, no grains whatsoever.
Oh yeah, was there paleo pumpkin pie?
There was no pie. His sister Renee made paleo ginger snaps that were really good. Yeah, she made like a whole plate of them, and like everybody there's I think the coconut sugar is what they use in it, which is a natural sugar, so it's kosher or whatever.
Yeah.
But everyone there is still conscious about how much of that stuff they intake, so she made this whole big plate of it, and like maybe there was like 5 cookies gone. Like everyone had a cookie.
Yeah, just one.
Yeah, just get the one, But it was amazing. It was amazing. It was a whole lot of fun, and I got, forgive me for saying, but I got trashed with Neil's family, and
I am offended.
It was a lot of fun.
With
They're
Neil's
really
family?
Good people, they're really good people. Yeah. Well, I mean, he had so. Aside from his sister and brother-in-law, he had 2 aunts there and his father. Everyone was drinking wine.
Oh yeah.
And I don't think that his aunts or his dad got particularly tipsy. But after they left and it was just me and Neil and Renee and Austin, that's his sister and brother-in-law.
Yes.
We tied one on, for sure. It was a lot of fun.
Now that's the way to do it. My parents, just this last summer, recently got back from Alaska. They went to the Yukon.
Really?
And they brought back some Yukon Jack. You know that stuff? Like, have you ever seen the thing on Facebook where there's this special bar that they take a drink of this Yukon Jack and there's a freaking human toe in there? You ever see that? It's like a toe that was frostbitten and cut off.
No.
And they throw it in the drink, and then you drink. My dad and mom did it, and you got this like toe that bounces off your bottom lip as you're just down in this drink.
That can't be a real toe.
It's a real toe.
How do they get real toes? Like, where do you procure frostbitten toes?
I would imagine that they are a dime a dozen in Alaska.
You just like
dime a dozen.
You just go down to minor emergency.
You probably find them on the side of the road. Now, I do know that they use the same toe for a long time. In fact, if you are to swallow the toe, it is a $10,000 fine or something like that.
What?
Like if you steal the toe or swallow the toe, it is. I'm talking super close to this microphone. I see the wavelength.
Good.
So sorry, everybody, if I'm burning your ear off here. But the toe, there's like a fine if you swallow it or steal it. What? Like, because it's the same toe. Everyone drinks from the same toe. Like, the same toe is used for years.
Years?
Years.
Will they just, like, refreeze it after the drinks? Like, you just
No, they just leave it in the bottle. They just poof, right in the bottle. Like, you get those bottles with freaking...
But then the toe is, like... The toe... I mean, there's no formaldehyde in your drink, so how is it... It's not preserved in there. It's, like, degrading in the bottle. You're getting
Is it degrading in the bottle?
You're getting like necrotic flesh in your drink, right? I mean, how
Do we need to look this up right now?
Maybe not right now, but I want to look it up. We'll look it up and then we'll bring it up on the next podcast because I don't.
Should I look up how long does a human toe last?
In a bottle
preserved in alcohol?
Yeah, preserved in alcohol.
How long does a human toe last preserved in alcohol? Yes, it's an actual human toe in a drink, it says.
He's looking it up on his phone.
Someone has stolen the mummified human toe.
Mummified?
Mummified. Frostbitten toe in a jar of alcohol. Okay, well, I'm not going to look too far into it. But yes, it's true. And they both took the drink. So, anyway, full circle. That's what we were drinking. Is that Malibu Jack, just minus the
Yukon
toe.
Jack.
Yukon Jack, Malibu Jack. Yeah, Yukon Jack. It's delicious. It tastes like a candy cane.
Wow. All right, that's exciting.
Yeah.
I would want to try it.
And then we played.
I mean,
sorry to take over.
You're basically
so,
a zombie now.
Sorry to take over here, Alex. But I went to my parents' house, and my brother Thomas and his husband Rob came over, and we were all chilling, drinking. Brittany and myself joined, and then so there was the 6 of us, and then we played. We are all about Clue. My family is all about Clue. Every time.
Clue's a great game.
Fantastic game, and we get serious.
I win at Clue all the time.
Not at our house.
Well, I haven't played there, but I'm sure I'd win if I
My
did.
mom got it last time.
Did
and
she?
I was gonna do the same guess. I was actually after her, and she was like, "Oh fuck, he's gonna throw out a final accusation."
She had she rolled, you roll the dice, right? And you get the right moves to get to the, where do you have to be to make the guess?
You can be anywhere to make a guess, but to actually do the
Reveal.
what do they call it? I forget. There's an actual term.
I thought
Like, I'm going to accuse. The accusation, basically, is when you finally lay down all the cards. I think it was Mr. Gray in the fucking studio with
the wrench.
the wrench. But we play the Master Detective, which came out in the 70s and was republished a few times in the 80s. There is like 3 extra rooms on there, 3 new people, and then 3 new weapons, including poison.
Every time I've played, when you thought you knew and you wanted to make the guess, you had to go to a specific spot on the board.
Negative. It's in the rules. Your
So
accusation.
That way you could race people back.
Negative. No.
Interesting. All right, fair enough.
In the rules, it states that you don't have to be in the room.
You can accuse anyone at any time. But
No, it has to be your turn. It has to be your turn.
I see.
Yeah.
I see.
So you
but I
can
forget
you can technically roll the dice,
who gets to know.
go to a room, make a guess, and then make an accusation. You can do both of them at the same time.
But what does the guess get you if you're not accusing?
The guess is like the room that you're in. So like I'm in the billiard room. I think it was fucking Colonel Mustard, and I think that motherfucker used a wrench in the billiard room. You can still do that. Go around the table. If someone has the card, they show you, and then you're like, okay, I want to make an accusation. My final guess. And then you state, it was indeed Colonel Mustard, but it wasn't with the wrench, it was the poison, but it was the billiard room. And then you check the 3 cards.
And if you're wrong,
you end the game.
really?
Everyone else kills you. Yeah.
Everyone else kills you. I thought that you were just out, and everyone else got to keep going.
You're out.
I see.
Yeah, you're out.
I see. I thought
But you can't like reveal it. Like you don't
Right.
lay the cards down and be
No.
like, "No, I was wrong."
No, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You're just like,
Mm-hmm.
I was wrong.
But there's new weapons and stuff, and the castings, dude, like they're freaking flawless. Like the revolver is like 2 inches long, and it actually has the barrel. Like, you know what I'm saying? It looks so real. The castings are freaking awesome.
You know who else is really into Clue? My boss. And he actually has life-size replicas of almost all the. It's in
Holy moly!
It's in a case in the game room where we play pool. There's a
No way.
glass case, and there's the revolver, and he's got the wrench and the knife or the dagger, and he doesn't, and the candlestick. He doesn't have a rope.
There's no rope.
He doesn't have the rope.
Is it a casting of these? Like, is it actual like?
No,
Is it a real revolver?
No, the revolver's not real. It's not. It's metal. It's like a real gun, but it's not. You can't put bullets in it and fire it. But
Is it like made for the game? Like life size version of the game? That would be a sweet game to role play. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not made for the game. But check this out. Well, I guess you could say it's made for the game, but we don't use it while playing the game. If that's what you're saying. If that's what you're asking.
Yeah.
His girlfriend, for last Christmas or 2 Christmases ago, I can't remember, got him a present that is a 2-story game board. Sorry, it's 3-story game board of
3 stories.
3-story game board of Clue based on our office, based on the mansion. So all the rooms on all 3 floors are the same rooms that I work at.
That you work at.
Yes, and you can play the game Clue. She had custom made, cards and stuff.
Dude.
That
so like you're one of the people in the card game?
I don't think so. I don't remember if she actually had.
I think
she
Mindy
did have real people
Mindy killed Alex with the wrench
in the observatory.
In the game room, we'll call it, because
there's actually a room called the observatory.
Oh, there's an observatory at your place.
Yeah.
In the parking lot.
Well, I don't think the parking lot's part of
the parking lot's not one.
Or the ballroom.
Because the garden's one.
I work in the ballroom, so it'd be like Alex killed Mindy with the.
Do you work in a house? Is it like a house?
Yes. It was a house. It's been converted. It's now an office space.
I remember you posted something on Facebook.
It's a mansion that was built in like 1902.
Damn.
Yeah. It's pretty amazing.
Can I come take a tour of your work?
Yeah, I really want you to come. I really want you to come and play pool and check it out. Absolutely.
That would be so fun. Let's do that.
Yeah.
At some point.
I think
that would be fantastic. And make sure Jerry's there.
Maybe we'll do when we do the cast with Jerry. Maybe we'll just do it at the office.
Can we do that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, I'll talk to Joe and see if he's cool with it, but I'm sure he would be. Probably like, that's fine.
Tell him that I'm like super interested in seeing his Clue collection.
I will.
I'm serious.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's freaking awesome. Yeah, we get so into it. We have folders, when we're writing stuff down, you know what I'm saying? We have little folders so no one can double check. And this master detective one has little spy glasses throughout the walkways, so you can actually land on one of those spy glasses and then go around the table and say, "Yo, Neil, let me see one of your cards." And then you fan them out, pick one, look at it, put it back. You can pick somebody to check out their cards. Because there's so many more, you know what I'm saying? Otherwise the game would take a lot longer.
Maybe I played a different version of Clue or something, because I thought that's how it went. I thought
maybe you played the Master Detective.
I thought that when it was your turn, you got to pick someone. It wasn't. You had to be. I think you had to be in a room. You had to be in a room.
Yes.
And then if you were in a room, you could pick someone on the table and look at one of their cards, and then give it back to them, and then you'd make your little notes like, okay, it's not the fucking revolver.
No, well, what it is since you're each character.
That's right, because we had these cards. We had these cards. You had a pencil.
How long has it been since you played?
And the top row was all of the weapons.
Yeah.
And the side
top row people, weapons, rooms.
Yeah, so you could make a little check mark, if you were okay, it's not the revolver.
Yeah, exit out or whatever.
Yeah. How long has it been since I played? Probably 2 years. Since I played Clue.
Well, this is how the rules state you're supposed to play. When you land in the room, you take that other person over there. So I think it was Colonel Mustard. So you actually take Colonel Mustard to the garden or the library.
You are one of the characters, right?
Yeah, I was Mr. Gray. But let's say I accused Colonel Mustard.
Yeah.
Right? So I'll take him and put him in the study.
Yeah.
Wherever the fuck. And then once you say, I think it was Mustard with the rope in the study, then to your left, people say, you go, and if someone can prove you wrong, then they say, I can prove you wrong. So in my case, Brittany couldn't prove me wrong, Rob couldn't prove me wrong, but my brother Thomas could. So he'd be like, I can prove you wrong, and he would show me the rope or the mustard or something like that.
Or the mustard.
He'd show me the mustard. That is how it's supposed to be played from the rules.
That's probably how we played it, and I just kind of forgot.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was Yukon Jack. That's a good time.
I do remember being pulled into the other room for the accusation, which was a bitch. If I was on my way to a specific room, I was like, shit, I haven't gone to the fucking...
People make up their own rules. Like with Uno, some people only draw 2 cards, if they don't have the card. Mm-hmm. Or some people draw until they have either the number of the card or the color.
Interesting.
So you'll have frickin' half a deck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the way we play. Draw until you get something.
I mean, I'm down for any version of a game as long as I have the chance to win.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not down if I start playing and I'm like, wait a minute. This makes it like impossible for anybody to win except for this guy, Matt.
Oh, dude, yeah. I know. If it's strategic, I am all about it. Brittany showed me this game one time where you just fucking... I don't even know. It was just luck. It was all chance. It was all luck. And I got so bored so fast and pissed. I was like, fuck.
Yeah.
This is not fun.
No.
I'm just drawing cards for the fuck of it. You know what I'm saying? It's not like a hand, poker, or anything like that.
No. No bueno.
Anyway.
I have a topic that I want to get to.
I as well have a few topics. I have 2 in the barrel.
I'm gonna shotgun mine right now.
I just wanted to let you know so we don't get on a tangent and then freaking...
I see.
Okay.
Matthew.
Alex, you have a question.
No. Not the question yet. Not the question yet. I do have to check something really quick. Okay, I was right. Tomorrow...
This was one of my topics.
Tomorrow is the 1st of December.
Tomorrow is the 1st of December.
And if I remember correctly, and I do...
And you do. You have a memory that is impressive.
I do have a memory.
Something happened in Twin Peaks earlier, and you remembered something from like the first season, episode 2, that we had a little dispute over.
Yep.
And you were like, yeah, that's right. Yeah. And I was like, holy shit, you remember that. Continue. Sorry.
I remember you saying that your goal and hopes and dreams was to have the salon open by December 1st. Where are we at on the salon, Matt? Am I going to have to go get my hair cut tomorrow?
Alex, tomorrow is the first day of the salon. So next week we will be stating that this podcast is brought to you by Heavenly Hair and supporting our drinking habits.
We can state it right now. This podcast is brought to you by Heavenly Hair.
Yeah.
What's the address?
We were there all day.
Plug it hard right now. What's the address? Oh, shit. You don't remember
Shit, I don't know.
It's on Nevada.
It's on Nevada, by where the Froyo used to be.
It's like, just like a block north. Not even a block. Like half a block north on Nevada.
If you're familiar with Spokane.
From Francis.
Take a left or a right, head north on Nevada from turning off of Francis. Or if you're on Nevada already, stay on Nevada. Or if you're heading south, you're an idiot. Turn around. So head north on Nevada, past Francis. On the right-hand side, you're going to see Maverick. Continue. On the right-hand side, you're going to see Albertsons. Continue. And then you will see a little strip mall with a big sign in the middle that says Laundromat. And then on the left-hand side, all the way on the left, you will see Heavenly Hair. You will not see the actual big lighted sign because that's, I think, going to get done Christmas time. But we do have a big banner up that was just put up today.
If you go past the car wash, you've gone too far.
If you hit the car wash, you've gone too far. But you can still turn into the car wash parking lot, do a little floopity-doop, and end up.
A floopity-doop.
A little floopity-doop.
Don't forget those floopity-doops.
If you don't floopity, then you're not going to doopity.
I knew it was coming.
Yes. Oh, man, so much time has been over there. Today, we were just, finishing some things up. I thought we were going to be home by 1:30. We got there at 11 a.m. I thought we were going to be home by 1:30. Dude, right when you texted me at 5, a little before 5, it was, hey, I'm on my way home. I was like, fuck, we're still here. We got everything up. I mopped the whole place. It's looking good. So whenever you have the opportunity.
Tomorrow. I told you I want to go in day one.
Fantastic. Brittany gave me this. Dude, get the head massage from Brittany.
Dude,
oh my god.
Do you guys have a card machine or do I need to bring cash?
We have a card machine.
Perfect.
Yeah. Brittany was like, yeah, let me wash your hair, let me give you a head massage. I got a head massage from Brittany. Let me tell you something. Orgasmic. I guess...
I think this is the first time a husband's ever told me to go get an orgasmic head massage from his wife.
From my wife. Please. Please. And get it done.
Is it just going to be Brittany there or is her...
Brittany and Ashley. Ashley is going to be working tomorrow as well.
Well, sorry, Ashley, but I said that Brittany was going to be my hairstylist from this moment on.
Ashley does not provide the massage service. In fact, Brittany does it as a little... It's like 4 minutes, maybe 5 minutes, but it's a little something extra,
Sure.
and it's like her
Worth it.
signature move. Like,
Worth it.
yeah.
With the it's actually that would be I bet it'll be really good because with the weather changing and it getting colder and drier, my head's been really itchy.
Me too.
Yeah, like I'm
And dry.
Exactly. I think that's why it's getting itchy because it's getting drier, and so I bet I'm gonna love that head massage.
Dude, ask for it by name. I need Brittany's head massage. And when I say it's orgasmic, she told me a story one time when she was working at a different salon. And this lady came in and she just wanted a hair wash, but Brittany always did the head massage, even when she worked at other places.
Another salon.
The other salon. And she goes, yeah, this lady like had an orgasm in my chair. So like she does this where she like, because you're in a head bowl, right?
Yeah.
And then she lifts your head up and like gets by your neck. And she was like, do you remember the story today? She told me, do you remember the story about when I told you that lady had an orgasm in my chair? She was like, this is what it was from. And I was like, damn, it does feel really good. But this lady, she did it and then rested her head back down. And she was just like, oh. Dude. And Brittany was like, what the fuck?
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Okay, what time do you
But
open?
it's open at 9 a.m.
Okay. Well, yeah.
It's fantastic. I'm excited for you to see it. We have beautiful pictures up. All the stations are up. Everything's like crystal clean, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Everything is super clean. Yeah. It's like I did a lot of the like hands-on work, so I'm like, it's my baby,
Sure,
but it's Brittany's baby.
you're proud
You know
of
what I'm
it.
saying?
No, I
I'm
get it.
definitely proud of it.
I get it.
We hand stain these old woods, old waterbed wood planks that we got for super cheap from a waterbed factory that shut down. I think I might have told you about this. They're stained polyurethane, and that's where we keep our product. They look beautiful. I'm really pleased with the way everything turned out. Thank you for asking.
Absolutely, of course. I'm super interested.
A lot of time. And it's up, you know, so tomorrow we'll be opening the doors.
I can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see the progress, you know, because it was looking real good when I went in there the last time.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm excited to see the finished product.
I'm excited for you, and thank you for moving, you know, making a commitment for Brittany. That's fantastic.
Oh, sure, of course.
A lot of people get committed to a hairstylist or
I mean,
cuttery.
I haven't had a stylist ever. I've been going to the you know, the chained, you know, Great Clips and what's the other one?
Great sports clips, great clips,
Supercuts and Great Clips. I've been going to all my life. So and Kids Cuts when I was a little kid. So
Kids Cuts.
Yeah, you never heard of Kids Cuts?
Never heard of Kids Cuts.
I don't know if Kids Cuts is still around. They used to be in the Shadle Park area. When I was a kid, I used to go get my hair cut at Kids Cuts. I hated it. Fucking hated it.
Your face tells me that you hated it. You were like, I used to get my his eyebrows are
fucking Kids Cuts. Well, and they had like these booths that you'd sit in that was like a little train or like a little car for the kids. Yeah.
That's adorable.
Yeah, it was. I hated it.
I would love to see a picture of you at Kid Cuts when you were a child.
I don't think
in one of those like little Corvette.
I don't think there
wannabe is plastic cars.
I don't think there is one, but no, they were wooden because this was a long time ago.
Wooden.
They were wooden.
Now we're talking
plastic. So good. Well, that's great. That was. I really wanted to ask about that because I knew it was coming up, and I knew.
Dude,
I don't
memory.
I don't particularly like need a haircut, but I could use a little trim. More than that, I just want to go in on the day one. I want to go on day one opening.
We are going to. Brittany doesn't listen to these podcasts, so I can say this. We're going to do a little surprise for her tomorrow around 2 p.m. Flowers. My parents are coming as well, and Jenna and David will be there as well. Kind of as a, hello, you know, doing very well. You know, we're excited for you.
Awesome.
Here's some flowers.
Awesome.
So I don't know if you want to join us in that little window.
How long does the haircut last?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe yours probably 15.
15 minutes, including the head massage and wash and everything?
Maybe 20.
So maybe I'll come in a little earlier at like, you know, 140 or 130 or something like that. So I can be fresh with my new haircut and everybody comes in.
Be fresh, yeah. I think it's right around 2 o'clock. I will text you and let you know.
Yeah, please do. Please do.
Thanks, Alex. Yeah, thanks for asking. I'm excited to talk about it.
I'm excited to go there. I'm excited for the whole deal.
Mm-hmm.
You and your wife are both running your own businesses. That's exciting.
Yes,
Yes.
we're very excited.
Matt's got this big smile on. I can totally tell he's super proud of it, and I'm just super happy for him.
I'm excited that it's done.
Sure. I bet.
Because so much time. I've already, I spend more time there than I do dog training at home with my dogs and stuff like that. I spend so much time there,
Yeah.
just getting everything done. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm excited that it's over with.
Okay, Matt, tell me, what was your other topic?
Oh, Alex, take a swig.
Oh.
Let me give you a little cheers.
It's just
for this. Oh, yeah.
to the grand opening.
Oh, they heard it. Oh, yeah, to the grand opening. Yeah.
Oh,
Yes,
well-
yes.
Yes, with the grand opening.
Yes, with the grand opening.
opening.
Well, due to the opening of the salon, Brittany has been awfully stressed.
I can only imagine.
And things happen to your body when you're stressed. And one of these things that happened was Brittany had been off on her cycle.
Oh.
Monthly, if you catch my drift. Her period was late. So we were like...
My jaw's open right now. For those of you can't see me, but I'm just like waiting for something, for him to say something that I'm going to be like, holy fuck!
So we, it's happened before. In fact, when we were looking at places, she was stressed and she had missed her period before as well, blah, blah, blah. But we did go ahead and get some pregnancy tests, and they all turned out positive. And then we set up an appointment with an OBGYN, and on this date, we have a baby that is 5 weeks and 1 day.
Holy shit!
Yeah.
Sorry, I just yelled in all your ears, but congratulations!
Yeah, crazy, dude.
Papa Van
Crazy.
Claveren.
Yeah.
Holy fuck.
And it happened, we've been doing the same thing for over 5 years. Well, for just about 5 years. Same technique, same everything. Nothing has changed. And the fact that, that it happened is awfully strange.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Congrats.
Yeah.
That's huge. There's gonna be a little baby Van Claveren running around soon. Well, in like 8 months and what was that? 7 months and 1 week.
Yes. August 1st is the projected delivery date.
My God.
I know. I'm gonna have a little slave. No, I'm just joking.
No, you're not.
No, they're gonna help me walk the dogs and stuff. Yeah.
That's super. Oh my God. Opening a new business.
While
and
pregnant.
When going to have a baby. That's exciting. I don't want to put any damper on anything, but that's got to be a little nerve-wracking for Brittany, opening a brand new business, knowing that she's going to have to, deal with,
Emotion.
Well, not even
Morning
that.
sickness.
No, yeah,
all
I guess,
that stuff.
Well, and when she has the baby, it's not like she can work right after she has the baby. She has to take at least a little time off, you know what I mean? She's going to have to train up, what's her name?
Ashley.
Ashley's going to have to step the fuck up so she can watch the store for a few weeks.
Well, we're going to hire another person. Actually, in fact, somebody else is hired already for January.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So, yeah, Ashley is going to have a little extra responsibility, but she's going to be compensated for that.
Well, yeah, I'm sure in 8 months she'll have everything down pat. She'll be able to take it on.
Yeah. That's what we're thinking as well.
That's super. I don't even know what to say. I guess that was. Thanks for listening, guys. I can't talk anymore because this is way too much information for my fucking brain to process right now.
It's nuts, man.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, and when we went into the OBGYN, the Chas is really good. That's who we go through, you know what I'm saying? They do midwives or not midwives, but midwives.
Midwives.
Yeah.
Midwives is like the baby at home kind of deal, having your baby at home.
It's more like a lady who has already gone through the process, guiding you along.
I see.
Yeah, like, hey, I have a question about this. I have a question about this. They give you everything you need to know. Interesting. Yeah. I forgot what I was gonna. Oh,
you have to get them baby books, bro. You don't know how to have a baby.
No, hell, motherfucking no, son. But it's interesting.
Can we talk about that for a second? Can we go a little deeper? Can I hear about your initial? I want to know about the very first pregnancy test that came back positive. Were you like, no fucking way? Are you like, okay, we have to do it 2 more times with 2 other pregnancy tests? And then when they both came back, the other ones came back positive, were you like, Okay, we have to fucking get an OBGYN appointment and make sure it's for sure.
No, Brittany went ahead and did that. I'm like excited about it, but I'm not really showing it because I'm just tired a lot. I was like, damn, go get some more tests. Because
sure.
they fuck up. You know what I'm saying?
You can't ever just trust the first one.
Yeah, I had a friend in Nebraska that it turned out wrong.
Did it?
Yeah, showed up positive when it was not. So I was like, well, let's just be sure. And then she set up the OBGYN appointment. So it's interesting, man.
No judgment. I mean, don't get me wrong. Like, no judgment if you were like, fuck.
Well, I think everybody has a vision of a set time that would be more appropriate. And yes, it definitely was not the most appropriate timing, considering that, I don't have a location for my business yet.
Right.
The salon is just opening,
Yeah.
And she's going to be going through a lot of different emotions, and, her body's going through a lot, dude. Fucking growing a human being inside your body, like going through, just listening to the step-by-step, I was like, holy shit, that's a lot. Dude, fucking the placenta is an organ. So your body's growing a whole new organ inside you, let alone a human being that has a different blood type,
Shit.
Yeah. It's just, it's interesting. Very interesting.
I can't wait to hear more about it.
Yeah.
You're gonna
right now, it's the size of an apple seed, and it looks like Lord Voldemort. Before that's the fucking truth, dude. It showed the week 1, week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5 right now is like Lord Voldemort before he gets dumped into that like bath of liquid. You know what I'm saying? Do you remember that?
No, I don't
Harry
remember.
Potter.
No.
Okay, well, watch Harry Potter and then.
I haven't watched that series in a long time, but yeah, man, I'm just so out of words now. That was huge. I mean,
that was huge. Yeah, I know.
The cast after the Thanksgiving craze, we have fucking store openings and babies.
And babies. Yes, not quite walking around, but yeah, they're here. It has a heartbeat already, dude.
How?
I don't know. We watched this whole thing on where your baby's at right now and what it's going to be doing for the next week, and it's like 3 millimeters. It's the size of an apple seed. I don't know. It's a couple millimeters.
But it's pumping blood.
It looks like a tadpole kind of, because you have the brain, you have the head, and then the ligaments haven't extended out yet. So it's just the spinal cord. Mm-hmm. And what it is, so it looks like the head and the heart are kind of one big ball, and then the spinal cord is leaking out. It's weird, man. Like, the freaking egg, like, rolls down the fallopian tube, and then it's fucking just weird. I don't know.
It's saying a bunch of words that I don't entirely understand, but it sounds weird.
I'm not even talking right. You know what I'm saying? It's so much information, and I was like, holy shit. So, yeah.
Holy fuck.
Yeah, so it looks like a little tadpole right now. Doesn't even look like a frog yet.
Next summer, we're going to see little baby Van Claveren.
Yes. And I would like you to be a part of its life. Interesting story.
I would happily be part of its life.
Do you remember when I discussed Yvonne, like the energy worker who I worked with her dog, and that's how I met her? She did like the strength test and kind of told me that I have guardian angels watching, that whole thing.
Yes.
Some things that I'm like, wow, that's cool, but damn, what the fuck? Am I a skeptic? I'm like just as skeptical as I am impressed.
Yeah.
So, but Brittany,
I'm so confused.
Brittany sees her frequently, and she works with Brittany's like energy and stuff like that. But one thing that was brought up was, and this was 3 weeks ago, so 2 weeks after Brittany basically got pregnant, right? Mm-hmm. That we didn't know about. And Brittany was having a dream about this guy who was leaning over her shoulder and kissing her on the cheek. And she never mentioned it to me, but she did mention it to Yvonne. And she was like, yeah, I don't know what to do about this because I love my husband, but I don't know who the fuck this guy is. And she was like, oh, well, that's your son. And she was like, whoa, well, we're not planning on getting pregnant anytime soon. And she was like, well, it's going to happen sooner than you think.
Damn, this lady's like connected.
Fucking weird, dude.
Fucking
I'm
weird.
telling you, like, I'm like, is it coincident? I don't know.
Or is it like fortune cookie status where like, you know, she could have said that and it just so happens that she was already pregnant, but it could have been like 2 years, 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah.
You think,
yeah.
Sooner than you think is such a broad, you know what I mean? The fortune cookies are always like that.
Yeah, I know what you're saying. It's so vague, you know? And it's like, okay. I don't know, but that was interesting. So if it's a man, if it's a boy,
I feel like
I'm going to be like, wow.
I just want to address the skeptic thing. Like, yeah, but again, 50-50 chance. You know what I mean? Like, she has a 50-50 shot of getting that right because there's only two official, you know, born sexes at this time.
So so we're going to find out in a few weeks, you know, the gender.
I was going to ask if you were planning on...
Oh, fuck yeah, I want to know.
I would too.
You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you
absolutely.
wait?
Yeah.
I don't understand. You're going to have a baby shower. People need to know what the fuck to bring. You know what I'm
shit.
saying? Like,
Exactly.
plus, I want to know. I
Right.
want to know whether I should be, like, puffing my chest out if it's a girl. What are you looking at my daughter for? You know, something like that. Clean the gun on the first date, you know? Like, oh, hey, James. You know what I'm saying? Something like that.
Yes.
Or if it's a dude.
Then it's like, get up, son. You're
then
fine. Stop crying.
Yeah, you know? I think it's going to be fun to be a parent for a little while.
For a little while.
Yeah, until it starts
Try
crying and I'm like, babe, get up. Baby's crying.
You're going to be a parent for the rest of your life, son.
Yeah.
Not that. I shouldn't have said that. Not trying to scare you or anything, but that's
No, I get it. And I'm so involved with a lot of different projects, you know, that like I don't even think about myself anymore. Like I'm just like reactive to my environment anymore.
Sure.
Like I'm not even me. Like the last time I sat down and watched TV for my own enjoyment
was like an hour ago.
No, it was a long time ago. I am 100% serious.
You saying that
it was over weeks ago.
You're saying that you don't sit down and watch Twin Peaks with me for your own enjoyment?
Oh,
wow, bro.
It was an hour ago.
Wow, bro. That cut
deep. I'm sorry, Alex. Give me one.
All right.
Yeah, no, that was true. But I'm here for a reason. You know, we're doing the cast. That's part of the process. You know.
Yeah.
It is relaxing. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All
like
right.
an hour ago.
Yeah.
Smart ass.
I thought you were going to pick up on that quick, but you just right over your head.
Right over my head. Yeah. A lot of things are.
Man. Well, gosh. That's incredible. Well, what happened in my life the past 2 weeks? Let me tell you, nothing that exciting.
Well,
damn.
It's going to be exciting for you to be a part of its life
absolutely.
as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I think that's the beauty of it, is it's not just going to be blood-related family. Like, you, Dwayne, in my opinion, are like uncles. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm super excited. You know, I've been blessed with the... Laura, you met Laura.
Mm-hmm.
She was here.
Mm-hmm.
Her son, who's also Jerry's son that I work with. I was there the day he was born. At the hospital.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Yeah, I'll see if I have to cast and see if I can find the picture. I have a cute picture of me, 8 years ago, holding him in the hospital, and I've been a part of his life ever since. And I love the kid to death. Let's see, it was like 2 weeks ago now, I got to watch him for the first time actually in his entire life. He's like 8 years old, but for the first time, actually that's not true. There was a couple of times where like I watched him while like Jerry and Laura ran to the store or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, this was like Uncle Alex and Caden time. Jerry had to go do some stuff, so I met Jerry at this like basketball camp that Caden was doing.
Oh yeah.
And then Jerry pieced out, and I got to watch Caden do his basketball camp. And then afterwards, we got his stuff, and we took off and went and had frozen yogurt. Well, he had frozen yogurt. I couldn't eat any, but
yeah.
And then it was kind of disappointing for me, but like I get it. He's a little kid. I wanted to be like super cool Uncle Alex, so I was like, "Hey, you want to go to like Wonderland and like do some putt-putt golf?" He was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, would you want to go to like Chuck E. Cheese and get some pizza and play some games?" He was like, "No." I was like, "Oh, all right. What do you want to do?" He was like, "Can we just go back to your house and play video games?" I was like, I mean, all right, we can do that. But I was like kind of disappointed because I wanted like, frozen yogurt and like the game place.
Yeah.
Golf and games or whatever. But no, he just wanted to come back here. So we just came back here and played Switch together. And he had a lot of fun and I had a lot of fun. And
Did you kick his ass?
of course.
Nice.
Well, most of the games we played were co-op games.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, but in the couple we played like a racing game where of course I kicked his ass. But
That was one thing that my dad never did, is like lose
oh sure
on purpose.
No.
Fuck that.
My dad
I don't
did that
care
either.
if it's a guy or a girl.
Neither did my mom.
I'm gonna go ham on these kids. Hey, Dad, you want to play pool? Fuck yeah.
I used to get pissed because I'd play the game, the card game Speed. You know that game?
Oh, yeah.
With my mom, and she would just smoke me every time, and I would get so mad. I'd be like, again, and I fucking 3, 9, fuck, and she just fucking bam, 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 and then
Oh
she'd
my
be out of
God.
cards. And I'd be so pissed. Yeah, but
Yeah,
anyway,
but it builds a fucking backbone. None of this, you get an award for attendance, shit like that.
Right.
You get award for trying. Not in my house. I'm gonna throw that in the damn trash. You kidding me?
But no. So I guess my point was I love that kid to death. I've been so happy that I've gotten to be a part of his life as much as I have it. I have other friends that I'm really close to that have children, and I regret that I haven't been able to be as close to them, their kids. Like my really good friend Jennifer has a son Troy who I only see once every often because I don't go over there very often, and he's always kind of wary of me because he doesn't,
See you a lot.
He recognizes me, but he doesn't see me. You know what I mean? And Ryan, you remember Ryan?
I do remember Ryan.
He
Yeah.
had the wedding. We had him on the podcast. Him and his wife have a little girl, Luna, who I don't ever get to see because I don't. I just unfortunately I don't get to see him very often. We're older, and even now I don't get to see Caden very much anymore, but they had him so young that we were all still hanging out a lot back then.
Yeah.
Got to see him a lot more. Because like Troy's like a year and a half, 2 years, something like that, and Luna is like not even a year old. So
Oh dang! So that was pretty recent.
yeah, and Caden's 8 now. So, but anyway, so all that to say is I would love it if I could be a part of your child's life.
Oh,
whatever,
yes.
whatever
Well,
gender that is.
I mean, yeah,
Awesome.
for sure. There's no doubt about it.
But for realsies, in my life, the past couple weeks, gosh.
Tell me what's going on. None of this how was Thanksgiving bullshit.
Oh, so
I'm talking like, what's happening in yo motherfucking life, son?
I had a date.
Excuse me? Did you just Morty?
I Mortied a little bit.
We haven't Mortied in like 8 straight podcasts.
I know, and I decided to just do a little throwback to the original Mortys.
Was it a nervous Morty? Did you Morty out of sheer...
No,
So,
just to fill the empty space.
enlighten me. Yes, because the listeners, you listening, you couldn't see my reaction, but it was, oh my. One of those faces.
Well, so
Alex, who is this lucky lady?
the first date, I don't know, I wouldn't really call it a date. So it was like, it was someone that I used to work with a long time back at the Valley Petco.
Oh.
And, we had chatted a few times on Facebook Messenger and, just, hey, how's it going, blah, blah. And then she's really into Netflix. I was watching a lot of shows on Netflix. Turns out we liked a lot of the same shows on Netflix, and we were chatting about them and stuff like that.
Nice.
Yeah, and then she was like, hey, we should totally, get together sometime. And I was like, absolutely. It'd be nice to catch up in the real world. So we set a date, and we got together. So at this point, I wouldn't call it an official date because no one said the word date. In my mind, unless the word date is said or unless you're taking her out to dinner and buying the food, it's not a real date.
Brittany and I's first date was meeting up at Patty's Pub in Coeur d'Alene. Playing 2 games of pool.
Yeah, okay, I'd call that a date. But you have to understand that I knew her a long time ago. We were co-workers.
I see.
So it's
Yeah.
it's reasonable to think that we could be just getting together with no romantic interests involved. You know what I mean? But
Highly unlikely.
I definitely was attracted to her back then. So I had ulterior motives if she didn't. And so we hung out and we had a really good time. We went to the store, got some food, made a stew. which was great.
Came back here?
She has an Instant Pot. No, I was at her apartment.
Oh.
She has an Instant Pot, and we made fucking good food, and we talked a lot about some
Is
of
she
our favorite
on
shows on Netflix.
Somewhat of a similar diet? Similar lifestyle, excuse me.
No.
Okay.
No,
But she was willing to accommodate, oh, okay, you can have this, let's do that. Yeah.
Everything that she was going to throw in it was kosher, except for she wanted to do cream of mushroom soup, so I had to switch us to like a broth instead.
And she was cool with that?
Yeah.
Did she comment on how amazing you look right now?
No.
Really?
Well, she hasn't seen me in...
True.
She doesn't know that I've lost a bunch of weight. Although
okay.
I did talk about it.
Continue, please.
So we had a really good time, and I ended up leaving, and when I left, I was like, hey, how about, because both of us were like, yeah, we really need to do this again sometime, and I was like, great. How about next time I take you on a date? So I said the words. It was a fucking date. I was like, how about next time I take you out on a date? We'll go someplace nice. I'll buy you some food. She was like, yeah, that'd be great. I was like, okay, awesome. We'll figure it out. And then a couple days go by, and it's the weekend, and I chatted her up. I was like, hey, did you figure out, do you know when your next days off are? She tells me. I was like, great. I'm thinking maybe Black Angus. I was about to get paid. I was like, I haven't been on a date in like a year. I'm going to take her out someplace nice. Yeah, Black Angus
look
is
good.
not cheap, and it's good food. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
Plus, on the lifestyle, that I'm on, you kind of got to spend the extra money to go someplace that's not going to have shitty food.
IHOP. Yeah.
Exactly.
Like, is it real eggs?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
For
so
sure.
I was like, I'm going to take her out someplace nice. I'm going to get me a fucking steak. You know what I mean? Some fucking mashed potatoes or some shit.
Fuck yes.
So we set the date for like Wednesday night or some shit like that.
Just this past Wednesday?
Yes. Or it might have been the Wednesday before. No, I think it must have been last Wednesday. Anyway, could have been the Wednesday before. Because we didn't see each other last Friday. Anyway, Wednesday comes around at like 11 o'clock a.m. and I'm like, yo, you excited for some Black Angus? And she was like, oh, I'm so sorry. I totally forgot. And I have to work the late shift tonight. Late shift tonight. So like...
Is she working at Petco still?
Yeah. So she's like a manager there now.
Okay.
So immediately I was a little irked. Because I'm like, whoa. All right.
Dang.
If someone offered to take me out to Black Angus, I was expecting like a $60 to $100 check. You know what I mean? Like,
man or woman, I'd go on a date for some Black Angus.
Fucking A.
Yes.
Right?
Dude.
And I would have made sure that I fucking had the fucking time that I could actually do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So one, I wouldn't forget. That would be a deal. And two, I don't know. I just would have hoped that she would have been responsible enough to find out that she could or could not make it prior to the day and let me know.
And let you know in advance.
Not tell me what day that she could do it, that she actually couldn't. I don't know. She could have totally just lied and blown me off because she... You know how on Facebook Messenger they have the read receipts?
Yes.
When someone sees it, it like brings their little icon down to your message. She, I don't know. I haven't looked in a couple of days, but for at least 3 or 4 days, I like checked again, and she hadn't even read my message that was like, "Oh no, that totally sucks."
Oh really?
Yeah.
So she just said I can't, and then done.
That was it.
No way.
I haven't heard from her since.
And what is she up to? Like, is she more like on your maturity level? Like, because we're immature people, but we take our fucking lives serious. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, I don't know because I didn't really have a chance to get to know her that well. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. People change a lot it had been 6 years.
Oh yeah,
since
yeah,
the last
yeah.
time I'd seen her.
Yeah.
I know I've changed a lot.
We've changed since we've known each other back in Coeur d'Alene.
Absolutely. So I didn't get the chance to get to know her, to know where she's at.
Yeah.
But so that was my sad story. I tried to get back on the horse. I know I had a conversation on the podcast a couple weeks ago where I was like, fuck dating. But I was like, I'll try it.
Why
I
not?
want to hang out.
Yeah.
And that was my foray back into that scene. And
Interesting.
Now back out.
Are you going anywhere to meet anyone?
What do you mean?
You're not going out of your way to like...
Oh. No.
I don't know.
No, like we talked Like doing the online thing or whatever. Like when we talked with Jenna and
Oh yeah.
David about the Match.com, whatever. No, I haven't signed up for any of that.
I think that
Mostly because I'm
this
lazy.
day and age, I would. You know, like if
Yeah.
I think that's the way to do it now. Like, no one goes out anymore. Like, if you're home, you want to fucking stay home. You know, at least I do.
Well, and I'm not. I just don't feel. I'm just not the kind of guy to meet a girl at a bar. You know what I mean?
No, because that is a certain type of mindset. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a short fling to casual encounters on the side or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Not like I want to get involved with this person's life.
Right.
Yeah. You're not going to meet like a biologist well, you might.
Absolutely
I don't know.
could.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no. So I'm just so lazy because I feel like I have to make a profile, and I don't have any good pictures of myself. It's not, especially since I've lost a bunch of weight. So I'd have to
Use that picture that I posted on Facebook. Are you playing that damn guitar looking fine AF?
that I had not lost. I hadn't even started the diet yet. I don't think.
Oh, you want to do something accurate.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I want to look my best for my profile picture. You know what I mean?
For
I
sure.
want to represent my current, physical state.
Yeah.
But then also you gotta like come up with a bio, and it's gotta sound good. So I have to spend time to like think about it, and then then you gotta do the whole thing. I don't know. I'm just so lazy because I've done it.
I understand completely.
I've done it before, and it just takes time. And it's like, I don't want to take a bunch of selfies of myself, which means I have to like get some of my buddies to like go do something with me and like take a picture of me like playing pool or something. Like, hey bro, meet me at the bar so you can take a picture of me for my fucking Match.com profile.
Dude.
Like, what the fuck?
I'll take a picture of you.
I appreciate that. We'll get around to it one of these days. We'll have
Yeah.
to take a couple pictures, but I don't know.
Next time you're at my house playing some poo.
Next time you're at
I know, dude, because
my work playing some pool.
Oh,
I want you to play on that table, dude.
Yeah, I would love to.
It's such
I really would.
It's a nice table.
I know, dude, doing the whole selfie thing, like, it's like impossible to take a great picture doing a selfie unless you're a woman and you do it all the time, or unless you're a guy and do it all the time, unless you're used to it.
Yeah.
I
just feel super awkward.
I never take pictures of my fucking self, like, like what the fuck.
I mean,
unless I'm trying to get Brittany like sleeping, because she hates when I take pictures of her when she's asleep. So I'll do it and then show it to her the next day. So I'll be like, click, doing a little smile, like, yeah, baby, I'm smiling.
I mean,
something like that.
At some point, we should definitely circle around to why you take pictures of your girlfriend, of your wife while she's sleeping. But
she doesn't like it.
That's why you do it.
That's why I do it. Yeah.
Yeah, but there was a first time.
That's also why I nibble on her ear and then make some weird noises, like. She hates it. So I totally do it, like in the morning. Like, even if it's like starting to get romantic, I'll do it just to fuck it up. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. She'll be like, eh.
She's like gearing up to be good to go, and I just fucking turn that off.
Turn it off. From Niagara Falls to desert status. 1 minute. Is it possible? Oh yeah. No, I'm just fucking with you.
I can picture it, where she just punches you.
Like, I'll do something that's romantic and she'll be like, oh, and then I'll be like, nibble in her ear or something. Like, oh, baby. But dude, anymore, dude, I would, because I ain't gonna meet a chick playing pool. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or like if I was still looking.
Yeah.
Maybe training a dog at some point. I don't know.
I'll get around to it.
Yeah. Yeah. Because when I'm motherfucking home.
Faux show. So that was the, let me see. Can I think of anything else that happened? Started learning a new song on the guitar.
You weren't playing it earlier.
No, I didn't want to take up too much time. I know you got to work in the morning. Maybe if we get done early enough, I'll play it for you.
Yeah.
But
we're doing very well. We still have maybe another half a glass apiece.
Mm-hmm.
What's the time looking like?
we're at 54 minutes.
Oh, we're golden.
Yeah. Oh yeah. We got all the time Oh, well, we got about a half an hour.
Yeah.
But why? What were you? What were you? I see. You're saying that we're gonna have plenty of time for me to show it to you later. Is that what
Well,
you're saying?
absolutely.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's a song that it's one of my karaoke songs. You know, everyone who karaoke's has like those few songs that they karaoke all the time because
Red Cup?
they can actually sing it. Red Cup.
The Red Cup,
What?
Solo Cup.
No, I don't sing that song. No.
What do you sing?
So this song.
You got something that's a little more demanding vocally, don't you?
No,
You like to belt it out.
I do like to sing,
I remember.
but this song isn't vocally demanding. No, it's a song by the band Oasis called
Wonderwall.
Wonderwall. Exactly.
What other song are you gonna play by Oasis?
Champagne Supernova. It's an amazing song, and it's one of my other karaoke songs.
You're right. You're
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Wonderwall's pretty good. Yeah. It was on the other day,
Good.
and Brittany was like, "Ugh,
What?
this guy can't sing,"
Whoa.
and I was like, "Easy,
Yeah. Next time I come over to your house, I'm just gonna start singing it.
just do
I'll be
it."
like, "Hey, Brittany," and I'm just gonna start singing it. I'm not gonna do it right now.
What would you say? Hey, Brittany.
Someday, or wait, what is it?
Today's gonna be the day that they're gonna throw it back to you.
Yeah, I'd start
Oh
singing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
just like
yeah.
that.
And then we just sing the whole fucking song. I thought of you the other day.
Good.
Well, I think of you all the time. No
Good.
homo.
I've been excited. I've been waiting to get back to the podcast because I haven't seen you in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
It was weird.
I watched. Okay, I take that back. I did watch some TV for myself because Brittany was online doing some business stuff. I decided to watch Nightmare Before Christmas. And
Good call.
Oogie Boogie.
Cause I'm the Oogie Boogie Man.
Yes.
Something. I don't know.
Whoa.
Well,
We sing
that's
that
why you thought
all
about
the
me.
time. Yeah,
Good,
yeah.
good.
And I was like, God, Alex has such good taste in music.
Cause I'm the Boogie Man. Didn't we?
That is such a good movie.
It's a really
What's
good
this?
movie.
What's this?
But I'm pretty sure the first time I came over to your house, it was either the first or second time I came over to your house since we reconnected. We were shit-faced playing pool, and we totally just like put that song on one of our phones on the pool table and jammed out to it.
You better believe it.
Probably the whole album.
Is there an album?
Did I? Well, I mean, the whole. It's a fucking
Did you-
musical movie.
Did you what?
Did I tell you about the song? What's this? What's this? There's magic in the air.
What's this? What's this?
There's a parody called "Fuck This."
Yes, you've told me about this.
It's hilarious.
Is it? Is it from who sings it?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what I want. It's the same scene. It's the same. Like you see it on YouTube. It's the same scene, but then it's fuck this, fuck this. There's white things in the air. Fuck this. It's hilarious. They do replace other words than that.
Man, I don't know. I don't know if I can respect that. Because I respect Nightmare Before Christmas so much.
Have you ever seen the guy?
Even the vocals.
Have you ever seen the guy that plays Jack Skellington do it live?
No.
He's so good. He sounds just like the fucking movie. It's incredible. Well, maybe we'll have to look one up later.
I would. Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah. It's so good. Na, 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 na. You remember that?
No.
That part? Where like what's
Is that
this? There's
Oh yes, I do.
these
remember
kids are
that
singing
part.
la 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 la.
Yeah,
You know.
it's are they on like the little? They're on the little like
Yeah,
train.
something.
Train
Yeah,
track
train.
thing.
I think it's a train. Ba, ba,
Yeah.
ba,
Yeah.
na, na, na.
Man, that's
dude, such a good movie.
they don't make them like they used to. We're getting
And
old
when
now.
he's back in Halloween Town and he's doing all these scientific experiments, like cutting open the teddy bear for the stuffing, you know, trying to make the snowflakes and they're spiders.
Interesting reaction.
Interesting.
But what does it mean?
What does it mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he crumbles up the glass,
Yeah,
you know, and then
yeah.
puts it in the beaker.
It's such good animation for being a stop motion claymation movie.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's phenomenal.
It's one of those movies where you should watch it on Halloween and on Christmas.
Yeah.
It's a 2 holiday movie.
Yes.
Which I don't think anybody else has pulled off, and at least not as well as that movie.
I would completely agree. No. Hands down, that's the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2 holidays. I mean, if you really wanted to, if you were really devoted, when like he goes to the forest and there's the door to every holiday. There's like one to Easter, so the Easter bunny pops out, or they capture him at an accident. So you could watch it on Easter too if you really wanted to.
Whoa!
Just saying, if you were devoted, Easter's definitely in that movie.
Easter is for sure in that movie. Yeah. This is not the Easter bunny.
That's not Santa Claus.
That's not Santa Claus.
And then the like dumb guy with the axe in his head goes, "Bunny."
Yeah. And then it runs back into the bathtub.
Yep.
Just the things that they come up with. I mean, the whole bathtub with the claw feet that walks.
Mm-hmm.
The kids and the...
and Oogie Boogie.
I am speechless when I watch that movie because it's so entertaining on so many different levels. Like the fact that Jack Skellington is just so curious. He's getting tired of the same old thing. And the year before that... And the year before that. He just is always contemplating something. And
I grow so tired of the same old... You know what? Right there, it always... If you listen to it, it sounds like he says ting. Every time I listen to it and I watch that movie...
Of the same old ting?
That's what it sounds like he says. It doesn't sound like he says thing, like with the TH.
I've never noticed.
Like a hard T.
And I'm a pretty big stickler about that kind of stuff. The same old ting. Maybe it's intentional.
Maybe. I don't think so. I think he probably says thing and just my child brain heard ting and I've just heard it ever since.
You and your child brain.
I have a child brain.
Why don't you learn one of those songs on the guitar? Is that possible?
I'm sure it is, yeah. There's not an actual like guitar part for it, but you can learn the song all together. You can play the chords.
Alex, what's happening here?
Just split it up.
You had a glass before I got here, and now we're not even. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it. Alex was thinking about chugging his glass of wine. We cannot do this.
Just eyeball you what you think is half and then pour the rest of my glass.
Uh-oh. Well, there's a little lip at the bottom.
That's good. It's all good.
I wasn't anticipating the lip.
It's all good. The inverted indent. It's a
now,
indent in the bottom.
Speaking of podcasts, I thoroughly enjoyed the last one with David and Jenna.
So
Absolutely.
They're great people.
For sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah. No, I thought the whole experience was enjoyable. So
did they have fun? Have you talked to them about it since?
I have not. No, they've been super busy.
I'm sure.
Jenna, they're moving tomorrow.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So they're out of here tomorrow.
Yeah.
Heading on to Pullman.
Wow, so they're going to come, see the shop, see the salon, and then
literally leave out. Yeah, because their first day is on the 3rd. So a lot of things happening there. But
no shit.
Yeah, I haven't even been listening to any podcasts, really, except for one that has sparked my attention. It's one of the podcasts I listen to is with Joe Rogan, as you know.
Yes.
And are you familiar with Darren Brown?
No.
Really?
Really?
You have Netflix. We might need to take a moment to check this out, but he's a mentalist kind of thing. And
I don't know what that means. Explain to me. What's a mentalist?
He really dabbles with like the psychology of the human mind, right? And he'll do some things like one of the Netflix specials he has is called The Push.
Okay.
And it's getting this guy to
kill
somebody else.
Jesus.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's so interesting because but he also does it to like he also has a scenario the exact opposite where this guy's racist towards a certain
type of people, black people,
and then he lays his life down to save that individual at the end of it. That's called the sacrifice.
Sure,
sacrifice yourself for that person. So yeah. I mean, he does everything, but in this scenario, like I just enjoy him talking about it on the podcast because I've watched it before, and it's funny because he goes in more in detail into what this guy's feeling, and he kind of laughs as he's doing it. There's one where he simulates a plane, something happening to the captain, and this guy needs to heroically, land the plane full of 300 passengers or something like that. It's just really interesting. But in this scenario, The Push, this guy, everyone else is an actor, so he's the only one who's not familiar with what's happening around him. And he shows up to this party, and everyone is wearing a suit except for him. So he's in like casual attire. So he's already like, as Darren calls it, pretty suggestible, right?
I see.
Like he's already
Right.
uncomfortable and
Yeah.
in a certain area, like in his mind. He's like, oh, I'm targeted here. And then something happens to where he is asked to label these sausage rolls as vegetarian. So he already like commits a crime, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Like something happened with the food truck, and there's vegetarians out there. So he's persuaded to label these.
Someone's just like, just put vegetarian on them, it'll be fine.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
guy, and he's just like, but they're not. What?
So him, it just starts this downward spiral in his mind.
Sounds
and he's
super awkward.
He's put in these scenarios to eventually
I have a hard
off somebody.
I have a hard time watching shows like that because I'm too empathetic, but like, I feel super awkward watching that because I'm like, oh, that dude was put in such an awkward situation, and he's got to, I don't know, if it was me, I'd be like, no, like I'm not gonna label these vegetarian. They're not.
Well,
know
you
what I mean?
think that, but did you show up to a party that you didn't know? Like, there's 40 people at this place, and you're the only one in casual attire. A lot of these people you don't know. It's for an important business thing. You weren't told to dress up. You didn't. Now everyone's, you're already in a suggestible state because of that. He does the scenarios. I don't think you can say that because I probably would end up pushing this guy off the roof too. Like, dude, I'm like right there with him. I'm like, holy shit, do it. Like, fuck, man, he already made a fool of us. Like, you're that guy,
I see.
Like, it's really interesting.
All right. Well,
yeah.
maybe. I've seen those type of, reality type shows, where they do that and they put someone in the super awkward position. I'm just like, I just feel gross. I feel icky. I'm like, ugh, it's super awkward.
This
like,
one,
ugh.
well, then you should watch the positive ones. Like The Sacrifice or like...
Well, I will say, if I do it enough, I can start to get numb to it. So I started watching, and I don't want to get off on a tangent if you're getting to something else, but
No.
I started watching Black Mirror on Netflix. Have you ever watched that show?
No.
I think of it like the Born Again Twilight Zone. So every episode is completely different.
Really?
Different actors, different universe, different story. Every episode, but I would say the majority of the episodes so far do not have happy endings. They're all just negative, bad things happening to either bad people or good people through crazy situations, and it's uncomfortable. And so when I first started watching the show, the very first episode, I'll just explain to you the very first episode.
Okay.
And I didn't watch it for a really long time after that, but everyone kept telling me that I should get into it. That go past, just get over the first episode and keep watching. In the first episode, it takes place now, as far as the timeline goes.
Yeah.
And it takes place in Europe. The British, there's the British Prime Minister who's like under the Queen, right? So you have like the Queen, and you have like the Prime Minister who's like actually handles, I don't know for sure anything about the European government. I'm just telling you what I remember about the episode. It centers around the British Prime Minister. And I can't remember, something happens, like the Queen's, somebody gets kidnapped. And they're like, maybe it's like the princess or the prince or something. I can't remember. Mm-hmm. And the demand of the kidnappers is that the British Prime Minister fucks a pig on live television to the nation. And so, of course, he's like scrambling to try and find the kidnappers and get the person back. And then they get, are taking a long time, so the kidnappers send them a finger in the mail. And so the Queen of England is like, oh, he's got a deadline, right? So he's got to fuck the pig by like midnight on some day.
Yeah. Oh my God.
So it's like getting close to that time, and he gets the call from the Queen that's like, hey, just so you know, if you fail to find them, you're gonna have to do this to save their life. And of course, he's fucking sweating it and fucking. And
he doesn't want to fuck the pig on live television.
Long story short.
What if you could like manipulate it? Like,
long story short, he doesn't find them, and they put him in a room with a camera and a fucking big ass hog, and he's got to fuck it, and it's this super degrading scene where like he can't get it up obviously because it's a fucking pig, but then he fucking does it and he fucks this pig, and they obviously you don't see his dick or anything or like actually fuck the pig, but like you see him thrusting into this pig, and it's just super disgusting and awkward, and it made me feel gross. And
it's almost too much.
And I was like, I don't like this show, you know? I was like, fuck this. And I didn't watch another episode till finally Shauna, the girl that I was trying to go on the date with, she was like, it's my... By the way, she has great taste in shows on Netflix because like we were chatting about Netflix, and then she was like, oh, you should watch Santa Clarita Diet. And I was like, I saw it, it didn't look that super interesting, but I started watching it and I was like, damn, this show's awesome. And then, so she had great taste, or at least I thought, and, well, she would have great taste if she would have went out with me.
Well, yeah.
But in television shows, she does have great taste. So she said, get back into Black Mirror. I started watching it, and there are still a lot of episodes that are kind of just end bad, but there's some good ones. I don't want to go off on a rant on anymore. I was going to talk to you about another one, but...
Please.
You want me to
yeah.
So one of my favorites that actually ends on a high note is...
Fewer end on a high note.
Fewer definitely. Most of them end. I'll tell you, I could tell you about one that ends just like super fucked up that I actually liked that was super fucked up. But the one that ends on a good note, it takes place in the future. And basically there's this system. Everyone carries around this, it's a circular device, it's got a screen on it, and it helps you out with your entire life. One of the things that it does is help you find your perfect mate, your perfect match. Mm-hmm. And so you'll just be going along your life, and then it'll ding, and they look at it, and it tells you that you're meeting at this spot at this time to meet this person. And how it works is you meet that person, and you have to go through a bunch of different dates, a bunch of different meetings of people, in order for it to calculate who your perfect match is.
Okay.
And so you'll meet with that person, and then you do this thing where you both pull out your tech, whatever that you want to call it. We'll call it a smartphone for now, but it's weird. It's like round. Anyway, and you both press the button at the same time, and then it tells you how much time the system has said that you must spend with this person. And so the first date that this guy and this girl have, it centers around this guy and this girl, it's like 13 hours. And
that's a long date.
And after, for every meeting, you sit down, you have dinner, and then these fully automated cars take you to this cabin, this designated cabin, and you spend the night there. Now, what happens in the cabin is totally up to you. You could have sex, not have sex, continue talking, whatever, but you only have 13 hours, and then your time with that person is over, and the system will find you someone else. So he spends these 13 hours with this girl. They don't have sex, but they have a really good time. And he's like, man, they end it. Obviously, the 13 hours gets up, and he's like, bummer, like I really like that girl. So anyway, the next girl that the guy gets matched up with, they hit the fucking thing. 1 year. He has to spend 1 year with this girl, and they fucking hate each other. But because the system is the perfect system, he has to spend a year with this person. The girl goes out with this guy, and he's like super attractive and fit and hot, and she's like super excited, and they hit the thing, and she's got 9 months with him. Uh-huh. And so they start dating. So obviously the girl and the guy just hate each other the whole time. The main guy and the girl that hate each other the whole time. Yeah. The main girl and her new guy.
Her new fit guy.
Yeah, she like fucks him, and she thinks that she's like falling for him, and he's kind of like standoffish a little bit, but he starts doing things that she fucking hates. Like one of the things that he does is every time, I'm going to simulate, I'm going to take a drink of my wine real quick. This is what he does. Every time he takes a drink of, and in fact, he's like going down on her. Like one scene, he's like going down on her, and he takes a pause and just.
Are you serious?
It goes back down.
Oh my god.
So after the 9 months, she's like, "Fucking, I'm out. Fuck this. Peace out." And then she you know, after that she goes out with this other guys that's like 13 hours, 13 hours, 13 hours, and he kind of has the same thing. Long story short, the system, you're not allowed to disobey the system. So like they kind of miss each
Otherwise,
other.
what? There's some sort of consequence.
There is a consequence. There's like these guys with like tasers all over that are like making sure people are following the system, and like I don't know, it's kind of weird.
Oh shit!
But
V for Vendetta style.
They actually get matched up together again.
Oh,
and they agree when they go out on the date. They're like, let's not check the time. Let's just enjoy the time that we have, and let's not see how long that we have. Let's just wait. So they start going out, and they fall in love, and they're having a great time. But neither of them know if the system has decided that they only have so much time together. Because the system's supposed to tell you when it's found your perfect match, but it didn't say that. So they both know, or they think that they only have so much time together, but they decided not to look at it. Well, the guy, of course, I would too, really wants to fucking know. You know, like, fuck, am I going to get to the rest of my life with this woman that I'm falling in love with? Or am I fucked and I only have her for like a year or whatever, 2 years? So he sneaks a peek. He's like, tells the system, he's like, tell me. And the system's like, are you sure you really want to know? And he's like, fuck yeah, I want to know. And it's like 5 years. And he's just like, fuck yes. And then all of a sudden it's like, man, recalculating. He's like, what? And then it's like 4 years. Man, recalculating. 3 years, 2 years, 9 months, 24 days, 3 days, 9 hours. And he's like freaking out. He's like, why the fuck is this happening? And it's because he broke the promise. And he looked at the time. And so the system decided that he's no longer the perfect match. They're no longer a perfect match because she expected him to uphold the promise. So it's their last date. She doesn't know it, but they've got like 5 hours left. And he's just mopey as fuck. And she's like trying to have a good time. And she's like, what's going on? And he's like, it's nothing, it's nothing. Finally, she's like, okay, you need to tell me. And he's like, I fucked up. I looked at the time. And she's like, fuck! Why the fuck? She's like pissed, right? She betrayed his trust.
Yeah.
She's like, how much time do we have left? And he's like an hour. And she is just fucking upset as fuck. So she storms off. He's pissed. He's like trying to convince her. He's like, fuck this. Let's just go against the system. Let's just do it. And he's just like, she's just mad at him. So he pretty much wants to kill himself after that. He spends days crying and crying.
Because they have to split up?
Because they have to split up, because the system says. And so...
So they do. They don't disobey the system.
They don't disobey, they split up. The next time that they get an alert on their device, it says, bing, we found your perfect match. And they're just like, what the fuck? Both of them are just like, oh, fuck. But the system also says that you get 2 hours with someone prior to your meeting with your perfect match to say your goodbyes or whatever you need to do. And so they both, like, these are like different scenes. They're not with each other, but they both like say that other person. So they meet at the same table that they met at the same time to say their goodbyes, and they just see each other and they immediately jump into each other's arms, and they're fucking just like, they agree like on the spot. They're like, it found my match. I don't fucking care. We're gonna fucking be together. Both of them. So they're like, we're going to go against the system. And so they attempt to escape. Like somehow these like guys that are around all the time with these tasers, they're like, no. And they get up to escape. And all of a sudden, like this swarm of these fucking guys, like these black, just like dressed in black with these tasers, just like show up. And and she's just like, trust me, it's all a test. I don't know for sure, but it's all a test. They're going to let us through. And he's like, are you fucking sure? She's like, yes. And they fucking start walking out. And one guy pulls the taser. And she just keeps walking with him in hand. And he pulls the gun on the taser. And the taser shoots at them. And they both kind of wince. And then it stops. Like it freezes in midair. Time stops around them. It turns out. Oh, wait, I got before I do the big reveal.
God damn!
They walk out, they run out, and then the world just kind of disappears, and they're like in this kind of stage area, and then they start seeing these other versions of themselves pop up, and then above them are like these percentages of like did or did not disobey the system. All these different versions, all these different scenarios of themselves. And it gets up to where it's like 99.98% of their meetings ended up in them disobeying the system. And then the camera cuts out to the guy in a bar looking at his actual cell phone, like it would be like this time, like in our times. And he opens up an app on his phone and it says that you're meeting with this girl and you're a 99.98% match for them. And the girl walks into the bar and she's got her cell phone, a real cell phone, and it shows the picture of him. And she looks up, she's like looking for him, and she sees him, and then he sees her, and then they kind of have this long eye contact and they smile, and then it ends. So it turns out that everything that you were watching was just this like smartphone app calculating whether or not they'd be a good match.
Was it the same girl that he actually fell in love with?
Yes.
That walked into the bar?
Yes.
Okay, so that's happy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what I said. This was one of the ones that was the happy ending that I really liked. But it was just that everything that you were watching was this like computer simulation.
Yeah.
But they had like real feelings and like the whole futuristic thing. It was super cool.
Wow, that's cool.
That was one episode because they're all different.
That's nuts.
Yeah. So
Do you think it's going to be like that in the future? Do you think dating is going to end up like that? I think it already is heading that direction.
Let me tell you.
I could totally see that happening.
Let me tell you. The way that this show paints the future in the majority of the episodes is fucking scary. It's horrific.
Well, how do you... Yeah, I mean, like, we're going to be surveillanced, like, more so than we are now. We're going to be, like, monitored.
A lot
more.
A lot of the episodes have to do with that.
Well,
Have to do with...
V for Vendetta did, too, you know? Like, the curfew, things like that, you know what I'm saying?
You should watch it. I think you'd like it.
I think I would like it, too. In
Yeah.
fact, 2 of my top 5 favorite movies, 3:10 to Yuma, No Country for Old Men. You haven't seen either of them, and I don't know why. Well, I can't even say why now, because you haven't seen them. So, fuck. For those of you who are listening, and know what I'm about to say, respect.
What are you about to say?
Think about it. I can't say it. I can't give it up.
Well, you said the people you said the people that will know what you're about to say, but now you're not going to say it?
Well, they should know what I'm about to say, because
What
those...
you would have said, but you're not going to?
Yes, I can't, because I just came to the realization that last podcast with the Van Claverens, you had not seen either of those movies.
Have you seen Memento?
Yes.
That's an amazing
That's
movie.
a great movie.
Yeah.
But that is in 3:10 to Yuma and No Country for Old Men's shadow.
What?
Yeah.
Whoa.
I agree. Memento is very good. Yeah.
Have you seen Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels?
No.
Have you seen Snatch?
No.
Okay, so there's 2 movies that you haven't seen.
But I did watch the one with Jet Li.
The one?
The one.
Recently? You're saying you've just seen it.
I've seen it because you asked me to watch it. It was okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was okay.
I told you to watch that?
You told me to watch
On
the
the
one-
cast?
Yeah, on the cast.
Wow, it's a good movie.
It's a pretty good movie, yeah.
I mean, it's probably showing its age these days.
A little bit, yeah, but I enjoy the concept. I like the concept of it.
The multiverse thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you need to watch these 2 movies.
3:10 to Yuma and No Country for Old Men.
Yes.
All right. I'll get around to it. Are they on Netflix? If they're on Netflix, it'll be way easier. After the cast, we'll add them to my movie downloads, and I'll see if I can get them.
Deal. Well,
It's about that time.
it is. Plus, when we have special guests on, we cannot skimp them on their time on the cast.
You're absolutely true, and we are hopefully having at least 1, if not 2, different special guests. Well,
This month.
1 couple and maybe 1 singular gentleman this month. Hopefully.
Tom is being a pain in the ass.
Yeah, you can't get Tom
I
on.
can't get Tom
The
on because
retired police officer I would be another person where I'd just be pounding him with questions.
we might need to swap days. because he
Oh,
cannot
sure.
do Friday.
Fine.
I will tell him.
Whatever.
I will tell him.
The day
I will tell
is.
him.
I don't care.
Maybe we can get it done this week.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. So I'll let you know. I'll talk to the guy on Monday.
You gotta let me know as soon as you can because I wanna
I'll talk to him on Monday.
try and if we're gonna do a cast
It might have to be Thursday evening.
that all right because I want to if I can I want to put it on like the calendar at work that I might be in like an hour late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or two, depending on what we do. Okay. Well,
It might be Thursday evening. I'll let you know on Monday because I will talk to the guy on Monday.
we should still record on Friday if I can get special guests. I'm just saying.
Yeah, because dude, the backup.
Yeah,
It's nice to have that backup episode. Brittany,
I mean,
on the way
I
home
don't-
today, Brittany was like, "Dude, why don't you have the backup episode, Matthew? You know,
Why?
we're going in tomorrow at like 6.
Oh,
Yeah,
I didn't
yeah.
realize it was that early.
Eh,
Going into the shop tomorrow?
my whole yeah, because I just want to make sure everything is up and running. We're
Sure.
the security
You
system.
need to do like a test transaction. Make sure that your
The test
credit card system
transaction.
is going to be up and running.
We got the adapter for the monitor because it's not HDMI, so we got the HDMI monitor. So I'm going to hook up the security system
Oh, I
to the
see.
monitor. It's still recording.
Sure.
We just can't see it. So
Sure.
by tomorrow, when it opens, it will be recording
Sure.
on a monitor, so we can watch what's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah. I look forward to seeing you there tomorrow, Alex.
I'll be there.
Thanks for asking about that.
Damn right. I love you guys. I'm excited. All right. Well, for all of you who have stuck around this long, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
If it's your first time listening, we hope that you come back for another many episodes to come.
Another exciting episode of The Catch Up.
Because Matt and I have no ideas of stopping the cast anytime soon.
No time soon. Minimum of 3-year commitment.
Absolutely. Yeah,
feel free to come back.
We don't have to put that on writing, but we should just. I want to put it on writing and then put it on my wall. Just be like, see this? I have to cast every
Yes.
Friday for the next 2 years.
Oh, yeah. In fact, when Brittany was like, yo, we're pregnant, I was like, okay, Fridays are still on.
Just so you know.
Like, yeah, you can like breastfeed in the, I don't know.
the living
Yeah,
room?
you can
Yeah.
watch TV in the living room with Neil. I don't give a shit. Alex and I must do this.
Well done.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. For those of you who have been listening to the podcast, Mindy, thank you so much.
Oh, Mindy.
We appreciate you listening.
We mention you every episode.
Also, I want to give a shout out to Ryan. Oh, shit! I have to ask this question. I'm sorry. I have to ask this question.
Dang.
Specifically because Ryan is the one who came up with the question. He texted me because he's listening. He's caught up. He's listened to every podcast so far.
Ryan has?
Yeah.
Our first special guest?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Ryan.
Exactly.
Dude.
And he texted me with a question, so I have to bring this up.
Okay.
If you're still listening, Ryan, I didn't forget.
Ryan, dude. He was like, damn, that motherfucker forgot. Because we were wrapping it up, son.
Yeah,
Wrapping it up.
But I remembered, I wanted to give him a shout out because I know he's been listening and he gave me this question. Are you ready?
Yes.
What is one positive habit you think people should pick up?
Goal setting.
Goal setting.
I think it's how about thinking? Let me rephrase. Let me take that back. Do you want me to answer first?
Absolutely.
Thinking positive. Being optimistic. I think so many people have a negative way of thinking. They get into these negative patterns of thinking.
Yeah.
And I get that you got to go. You have your ups and your downs, and so on and so forth. I think thinking positive, being more positive, would be a healthy habit to adapt. I think just you projecting those frequencies ends up coming back to you in a more positive way.
I agree. I think that's a great
Yeah.
one. I think thinking positive. I want to piggyback on that with actually kind of two. One is I want to agree with you on the goals. I am a huge proponent of what I call short goals.
Yeah.
We've talked about it
We've
before.
talked about this many times. Yeah,
Absolutely, because it's
multiple.
yeah, it helps me live my life is setting the short goal, saying, okay, like whatever it is, maybe there's a big goal behind it, but in order to get there, I need to get here first.
Yes.
Then I want to get here. Then I want to get here. So short goals is a great habit to pick up. And
I
then
totally
also,
agree.
in the same vein as the short goals and the positive thinking is confidence. So I think having confidence in yourself to be positive or set those short goals and meet those goals is a really great habit to have.
Setting those goals leads to better confidence.
Absolutely. Meeting your goals.
Meeting your goals. Yeah.
Leads to that.
I guess we shouldn't say set your goals, meet your goals.
Meet
your short-term goals first.
I'm not someone who has a lot of worries or who has no worries. Like I worry about stuff.
Oh yeah.
But
we're human.
But for the most part, whatever things come my way, I'm fairly confident that I can overcome them. And I think that leads into that positivity. You know what I mean? Like, whatever fucking happens, something happens to the house and I have to fix it or whatever. Like, that's, you know what? That sucks, but it's fine. I'm going to fix it.
Yeah.
I'm going to figure it out.
Yeah.
It's that confidence that I'll get past it.
Any sort of mechanical issue, like any sort of hand, like something I need to do with my hands, 100% confidence. Like anything at the shop, even though I haven't done multiple things, like that was the first time I've done those things.
But
complete confidence.
More than just the mechanical stuff. When you had the idea of starting a business and you had, especially one of this scale where you had a brick and mortar store, you know what I mean? You're like, you have to worry about the lease, you have to worry about the insurance, all that stuff. That's a lot of stuff and it's scary. But you know what? We'll figure it out.
I think that's a good thing to bring up is Brittany had her goals of getting the L&I, the insurance, getting everything set up, and I had the duty of the handheld stuff, setting up the stations, hanging the mirrors,
hardware,
tearing down the wall, so on and so forth. So we each had a hand in it, but we setting goals realistic to your lifestyle, right?
Sure.
Because Brittany, there's no way that I would have the patience to do what she did, and there's no way maybe another month added onto the, whatever. Anyway, realistic goals.
Spend more money to hire someone else.
To do it, for sure. Yeah. Little plumbing issues and so on and so forth.
Okay. Well, hey, good question, Ryan.
Great question, Ryan.
Thank you for that question. And we'll see you guys
next week.
Maybe we might have one early if we get together on Thursday.
Hopefully, we'll have one up on Thursday. Or if we do it on Thursday, it'll still be up on Friday. And then we might have one in the bank, son.
All right. Well, thank you all again. We'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.